Hello, welcome back. Today I have a deck that I didn't expect to get this soon that I am very excited about. It's the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. And firstly, this is probably the best Kickstarter that I think I've ever been a part of. It was fully funded on May 1st, 2020, and I got the deck last week. And it's October, the first week of October. So the turnaround was extremely fast. On top of that, I guess I was so excited about the deck that I just backed it and didn't revisit the campaign page again for a while. And so somehow I missed that. Obviously, they must have achieved some stretch goals because I got things that I didn't think I was getting or know existed. I guess firstly, let me tell you that the deck was created by Lindsay Silverman in Brooklyn, New York. She's the artist, and as far as I can tell, wrote the book too. And she also goes by Eye of Astro. Basically, the deck is created using images of goddesses from lots and lots and lots of cultures and traditions and religions. And the thing that I think is the most special about it is that she doesn't list who the goddesses are. I suppose you could look up the images and see what, particular goddesses are depicted in a certain way and figure it out that way, but she doesn't outright tell you which goddesses are on which cards because she said she wants to make sure that the deck is available for everyone to kind of interpret them and see them as the goddesses that they want them to be. So I think that that's really cool. It's a really diverse deck, but also with no labels and lots of interpretation and lots of, room for you to kind of make it your own. So I guess let me show you the extras and then I will flip the camera and show you more about, what the box looks like, and we can do a little walkthrough. So for starters, it came with 2 vinyl stickers, Justice and Revolution, which I believe is the Tower, which is another thing that obviously we'll have to discuss, is that she renamed quite a few of the majors, but I think the correspondences still match really well. So then it came with this little black velvet little pouch with a little logo. And then it also came with a spread cloth, which I like a lot. That gold, oh good, it shows up much better than I thought it would. The gold is metallic and then it's a matte white, so everywhere that you see the gold, it's actually metallic. And I mean, obviously it could stand to be ironed, but it is what it is. As far as I know, she intends to continue selling the deck, and I think you can probably still get it. It has a barcode with a price, so I imagine, if it was the Kickstarter, she could have just sent it like this with no barcode and it would have been fine. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and flip the camera and we'll take a look. Here we have the box. Very nice 2-piece box. It does have an ISBN and a barcode with a price and everything, so I guess she is planning to distribute this somehow. And then the inside of the box, I love, has these 2 hands. And these little dots I just absolutely love. All right, so now let's take a look at the little guidebook. It's a nice, well-produced little book. Very like official little copyright page. It says first edition and everything, and it has an ISBN, all that kind of everything you'd expect in like a mass market kind of deck. Then we have our little table of contents, this fun page of mantras, which I appreciate, all very positive. And you can see with the lamination, it's like magazine pages, like magazine paper. So then we have information about the deck, how to work with the cards, which obviously is subjective, an entire section on connecting with it, a section on spreads, clearing the deck, and then we go right into the majors and the minors, and it has a nice, there's a nice little amount of information on each, you know, each card. And then at the end, there's a little information about the creator, acknowledgements, and then that's it. So now let's take a look at the deck. So we can start by looking at the gilding, which is really nice. It's not really sharp. The cardstock is thick, but not too thick. It's bendy. These, I think, this might be my favorite back on any card that I have. I absolutely love this, like, random little dot, kind of starry sky. I love it. So let's flip it over and take a look at the cards. So she has renamed the majors, not all of them, but some of them. But I think that the names that she chose and the imagery in the cards kind of reflect what the actual card is and what the name would have been, normally is the traditional name. So it doesn't bother me. At first, when I unboxed it, I thought, oh, this is going to be so crappy. I'm going to have a hard time with this, but I really don't. I mean, as you can see, the Fool is obviously 0. She's renamed it to Potential, but in the image, you can see everything you normally would see. She's got, this goddess who's about to clearly walk right off this edge. This is sort of reminiscent of the sun, even though it's obviously nighttime. The little dog has been replaced by this sort of feline. But my point is, you can tell that this is the Fool. And then we go right into the Witch, or traditionally would be the Magician. And again, it has all of the aspects that you would normally see. I mean, we have the sword, the pinnacle, there's the wand, and we have the cup. So all of the pieces are there. Even the infinity symbol, it's a little difficult to see, but right above. So there's enough little details in the cards to really give you a good sense of what it is. The Empress, I just love how she blends into the mountains. Like, I mean, spoiler, I don't know if I already said, but I love this. I just love this deck. This would normally be the Emperor. Now it's the Monarch. And I love the butterflies. The Mystic normally would be the Hierophant. But again, we've got the keys. So it doesn't bother me, really. The Wayfarer. Freedom for the Chariot, I think, is an excellent choice. Strength. I sort of like that they've done away with the lion, actually. Um, and so you're really forced to kind of appreciate the strength of her as a person instead of just associating that with like physical strength. So I think that was also a really great decision. Introspection for the hermit, which I think again is a great word, and so it doesn't bother me. Like, chance for the Wheel of Fortune, again, great choice. I love these botanicals that she's used, and I really love how it's like, it's a collage deck, but it's so different from any collage deck I've had before. And I like the diversity. I love the like black. I love the darkness. Meditation. This death card is like super badass. Temperance. I also love, and you'll see when we get to it, I love that she uses these cups in the majors, but that is also the cups that she uses in the minors. So I really like that there's this little callback to the minors because, you know, they're important too. So we have Reclamation. Revolution for the tower. I mean, just fantastic depiction of the tower, I think. The star, beautiful. The moon, we have all the aspects. I mean, you're missing the little buildings in the back, but I mean, you get the idea. The sun, awakening for judgment, which I think is a great choice. The universe. And then we go straight into the minor. So we're going to start with the wands. I like that this is almost kind of pippy, but this looks like the little celebration, the little canopy in the traditional Four of Wands. Five of Wands. I just think this deck is so beautiful. So beautiful and so workable. You can still, you don't, like, you don't necessarily need to read the guidebook to be able to see what was happening. Oh, I didn't go through she sort of renamed the courts too. So we have nymph instead of page, warrior instead of knight, which I think obviously fits, queen she kept, and then we have spirit instead of king, which I like. So we got ace, very RWS, two of pentacles. I like that she's got crystals, because pentacles obviously is the earthy suit. Very diverse with the cultures. And I really like that she doesn't explain who these are, because then you can sort of apply them to whoever you think they are. And then I think the card means more. I mean, to you individually, obviously. I mean, the colors in those flowers are just beautiful. I love the third eye. That's really cool. The heart is made out of flowers. And I like it because I don't think that the art will look dated ever, because these are all really classical pieces of art that she's used, and then on top of that, the way that she arranged them is really sort of classic and modern. Cups, I like that it's like, clearly that's a reflection of the cup, but it looks like a little whirlpool to me. I mean, just an absolutely stunning deck. Well done. I mean, just a phenomenal Seven of Cups. And I love that it looks like she's sort of like added stars, almost like their own little constellations. Gorgeous Ten of Cups. We have the rainbow there. Clearly it's a celebration. Little narwhal. All right, so let's give it a shuffle so you can see how that goes. And I am a riffle shuffler, so okay, so they're a little stiff, but I think, you know, once you kind of break them in, I think they'll be great. So yeah, that is the Intuitive Night Goddess, and it's a beautiful deck.